Yeah. Oh, yay. She asked me if she should go on.
Here we go. We're live now. We're straight live. I didn't put any.
I was just thinking that.
Do I normally? I can't remember.
Yeah, you normally have an opener that you set going.
Yeah, it looks like we've got. Notice on yours that you've got stars.
Okay. I don't know how it's done that.
Um,
Because you're posting to my page, maybe it must be something in my settings.
I would say.
Don't know.
Yeah, no, I'd say it is.
Is that something new?
No,
I know the stars aren't, but
well, they've been available for a while, but
yeah.
I didn't know that BeLive picked it up because
No.
what I'm
I've never seen it come up like that before. There we go. We can see people coming in now. Yay!
It's that delay factor. I knew that would happen to a degree. Hi, Paula. Lovely to see you here. And as you can see by their little scrolly thingy down the bottom, I've got to go up above it a bit. Certainly do let your friends and whoever else you think is wanting to see this, let them know. Hit those buttons that you know are somewhere. I've got this going to the YouTube. You need to look for Ros Boundy on that, but it's the YouTube. I've got us on mytimetv.live, my profile and my page, and Leanne Winston Psychic Medium. So there's the 5 destinations that this is going to direct. And I just realised my glasses feel crooked. I don't want to go like that.
And I just got a notification that from the events page. So yes, you do have an event for it today.
Yeah, right. Well, how come I don't see the notifications? Is that because I'm actually live in it?
I don't know. It just came across the bottom of my page, like from Facebook.
Have a look on Facebook because I've got no idea. Oh, see, I don't get mine on the bottom. No, it hasn't what do you call it? It hasn't actually. We're the 20th of August today. It is Friday evening at 8:30-ish.
Scary.
So 8:30-ish, and I am putting my live my time up, but I don't think I get to see comments as they're coming up. I don't know why. So I'm just going to get back out of that. Others, if you see that we've halted for any reason, frozen or otherwise, because that happens, do let us know in the comments and hopefully we'll see that. But I'm not monitoring anything. Okay. I've got them all turned off now. So, hi, Mum. Good
Hey,
Mum. Lovely to see you. And we've got Hayley here as well. We'll do a few of that.
Hayley.
And, they're going to go fairly fast tonight, I gather. I've got my finger on the button and it's already scrolling up. So
wow, that's good. Hey, Keza.
Yes. And, it is doing that already. We've got Mary.
Hey, gorgeous Mary.
Hey, Mary. And, oh, gosh, yes, it's doing it already. So, Danica, hi. And
honey.
Nat, it's going to come up. Yes, it does. Hi, Nat. And we've got, whoops. I did something I didn't know. What did I do? Oh, no, that's all right. When you actually hide the comment, our screen comes back down properly.
Yeah.
I noticed it before.
Lena.
Keza, we've put one up for you already too. Hey, Corinda, how are you?
Hey, honey.
Are you here, Corinda? So all the way over from, I think you're UK, aren't you? No, are you UK or are you US? And
wow.
Wendy, lovely to see you.
It'd be morning over there.
Yeah, it would be.
Hey, Wendy.
And Corinda saying hi again. Or did I miss? No, that's all right.
I think she's done it twice. Hey, bye.
And Mary, you're cheating. You're doing it as my time. I get
it. Perfect.
Testing something. Yes, we got that.
Yeah.
And Sue, hi, lady.
Sue.
Didn't get the notification. Just seen that I was on my page. Now that's a bit weird. Have you had a change in your notification settings in Facebook? Have they changed their default for you by accident?
It could be quite possible in a sense that things have changed with Facebook because I've put a couple of pages on notification when they go live and I'm getting them sometimes but not all the time. So I'm not too sure what is going on there.
Yeah, because I don't take much notice. I mean, I haven't been on the screen much at all.
Yeah.
just done some other things. Good morning, Shauna.
Tina. Hey, honey.
And I know you're in the US.
Yeah.
So lovely to be global, isn't it?
It is. Hey, Cindy.
Cindy's there. Your favourite immediate Sam.
Get the words out.
How often I get tongue-tied.
I've had a day like that.
Tonight, the brain and the tongue may not work in coherence.
Yeah.
Because you're actually asking a question whether your family is safe from the virus there, Cindy. So as safe as can be, I would think.
That's what I got as well. They're doing everything right to stay safe, honey. Hey, Louisa.
Hi, and to everybody watching as well. So that's cool. And Corinda's wondering, oh, we need to do a show weekly. Well, Corinda, this is my weekly show.
That's it. And you can join me on Wednesday nights as well.
Yeah, that's right. Leanne's is Wednesday nights. Don't know how we'll fit that in, but
and then Ross is every morning.
Yeah, I'll do the daily every morning. Exactly.
Yeah.
And as always, you're open to Spirit's insights for you, LaShauna.
Beautiful.
Yes. I think we'll be getting to that. We've got Tara here as well.
Hey, Tara.
And it has been a while, Courtney, since I've seen your.
Hey, honey.
And it is lovely to see you there. So
yeah, love the little hands and heart.
Yeah,
hey, Shona.
Shona or Shona.
I say it as Shona. Maybe let us know, honey, if that's right.
Whether it's an O or an O. Oh, hang on. How do you write
Shona,
that?
Shona.
Oh,
yeah.
Long O. If it's a long O. Yeah. So, yeah, I was talking to Tony about pronouncing, and now I can't remember what it was. Double L. And I said, I don't think you even sound that. Oh, tortilla.
Yeah.
Tortilla. And I said, it's tortilla. You don't pronounce the L's.
Yeah.
Someone there who might be Spanish authentically or know how it's pronounced might be able to
Beautiful. Oh.
And you're here as well.
Hey, Crystal.
And can we see you finding a rental house soon?
I got yes with that. I see the 8, so whether it's the 8th of the month, 8 weeks, but I get the 8 is very strong. We're in the 8th month.
Yeah, that they are becoming hard to source.
Yes.
I think it's relaxing a little now too. So
hopefully.
How are you
hey, honey.
This morning. It's not this morning. I have had some already.
Kind of feels like I've just woken up. I did have a pre-nana nap.
And here we go. I could call it a nap. I didn't have one.
Yeah, you're a nana.
Oh, hang on. I tell a fibby. I do tell a fibby because we did go down the street and I just stayed in the car and I think I did doze off.
I would too, sitting in that beautiful sun that we're having at the moment.
Yeah,
I was tempted to go down and sit in the car at the beach. It's a bit of a hike for me, but
too, just for a moment or two, because Tony was in a whale out off Burma this morning. The first trip he took out with his
beautiful.
And then we needed to go pick up something, so I said, "Yeah, I'll go have a look at the dolphins." The big one. Wow.
Yeah.
Victoria, hi.
Hey, Victoria.
And we're getting into the questions now. So, and we've got Lena. Hello, beautiful ladies. How are you?
Hey,
answering them at the moment, but certainly, like Cindy said, you're saying you're from Taree in New South Wales. Well, thanks for letting us know where you are. That's actually a good idea when you're commenting the first time, just to let us know where you are.
Yeah.
I have mentioned where we are on our. Well, you're in Mount Barker, I'm in Port Elliot, so that's where we are, but the destinations are for where this live stream's going. I have mentioned that. So you're concerned about your safety as well with your family and viruses and all that stuff. So long as you're doing the right things, it certainly does increase the safety factor for yourself and for those around you.
Yeah, and I'm a big believer in look at where your focus goes as well, because if we start to focus on, the negativity, the concern of getting it, I will get it, whatever sort of thing, we lower our vibrations and we open ourselves up to that. So stay in that positive mindset, and I know it is really hard to do that, but stay focused. I am strong, we will be safe. We are safe type of thing. So because you generate that energy, you manifest stuff as well. So try to stay in a positive mindset.
You're bringing the positive thoughts into your fields because it's where it enters first. Don't let it enter in the first place with those thinking, the negative.
That's it.
And it does help a lot to bring positive things. G'day, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah. How are you going with your travels, honey?
Just saw the photo on your page as I was checking something before I turned it off.
Beautiful.
Lucky got there to darling. So that's wonderful. So, and Kim, hi, how are you this evening?
Hey, honey.
Wonderful to see you there. And now things are definitely haywire. So I think what we might move into. Oh, look at that. The short is saying, Ros, I love the wavy hair on you. It's natural that I didn't even brush.
Well, it looks in place. It looks well.
Too much of a hurry and didn't think about it. Corinda, you are in the UK.
Yeah.
Over there somewhere. I wasn't quite.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Tara, how are you?
Hey, honey.
Here and there we go. Hi, ladies, and all watching. I think I did put one of yours up already.
Yeah.
Steve, Louisa, yeah. And, I know. That's where I've seen Corinda. It has been with some of Stephen Healy's.
Okay.
And what Stephen does. Interactions there too. Some nice connections on those shows. So, Didi is saying hello.
Hello. And Didi's from Shepparton in Victoria. I just seen a comment a bit lower down.
And that's where, oh God, there's a lot now.
There is a lot of comments tonight. It's good. I love it.
I'm obviously going on a bit of a go slow tonight. And where is Shepparton?
Shepparton's Victoria. I think you go through Shepparton, don't we, if we were to go to Albury, Wodonga area, I reckon, or it's not far from there. A little bit off to the side, I think.
I obviously need it. Is that east or west of Melbourne?
I think it's about an hour from Echuca, I think. Maybe you could let me know, Didi, if I've got my maps in the right direction, which is possibly I don't. I go by landmarks.
I tend to, if I've been there, I know where it is, so that's where I go using it as a reference. Well, I don't know. Probably driven through Shepparton then if I went to Echuca.
Yep. Oh, well, I think Echuca is a little bit off. Oh, Shepparton's a bit off, about an hour out of Echuca by memory. Depends which direction you're heading. Yep, I was right. I don't know how I knew that, but I was right. I think I may have looked up. I think I was asked to go to an event there a few years ago.
It's Paul Shepparton outbreak at the moment, have they?
Yeah, my heart goes out to everybody that is in such, restrictions.
And the thing is, because we are sort of not focusing on those, putting the energy on the higher vibrational level, not focusing on what is the negatives and the lockdowns, I won't be putting those all up on the screen. What we'll do at some point is get to some of the questions, and it will probably be a potluck thing tonight because we're losing track of where we are again already. We haven't started. We've only started.
I guess one thing I can sort of say without mentioning that stuff too much, because I know social media does react to the conversations around that. No matter what you're going through, look at how you can make the most of it. Like for myself, when we went through the first lot early last year, this is how these came about. The idea was there. We had started it, but we probably got 12 months ahead of ourselves by being able to utilize that time to put our energy every day into that stuff. So I want to say, take note of what your passions are and what drives you and how you can turn it around and use it to your advantage. So I think, because there are ways we can do this. And if we can sit in that higher vibration energy, we are going to be so much better off for it, mentally and physically.
And it's being in touch with what is that inner self. Here's me. What's that?
Yep. I'll join in. My body needs holding up at the moment to help vibrate.
Now you were talking, yeah, and I'm going back to here because I saw that comment, but there was something along that line that you were saying as well with it's being present too. Like it really is about being more present in the moment, not worrying too much of what's coming forward, because
Yeah.
that will be dealt with at the time that becomes our present moment. We
Yeah.
really do need to focus on our present moments and enjoying what we're learning through those.
Yeah.
Because you had the experience of being able to get those cards done instead of having it drag another 12 months.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, there really is the silver lining in any cloud. We just need to be aware of it and have that, the present moment factor.
That's it. And to
What is
find it.
happening right now, not worrying, not being too concerned about
Yeah. Be
stuff.
creative.
Yeah, so what Donna there is being pronounced, it is Shona like Donna, but instead of
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you, honey, for clearing that up.
Yeah, I needed to have that. It helps clear up. Sometimes it's those little details. They're not the biggest important things, but to Shona, it could be as to how somebody's going to pronounce her name. And sometimes the understanding in language, as far as, with what I had as a discussion, no, it's tortilla. You don't pronounce the double L. I think tortilla is double L's. Anyway, that's what we had as our discussion. Has anyone commented on that one yet?
Haven't seen it.
So yeah. Didi, was that yes about that? Now I can't remember.
Oh, where Shepparton is located.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, and it's north, so that's cool. And Tara, you're from far north Queensland. You've had some weird happenings recently. Any insight for you? Do you want to put some insight into that now since we're on it?
Yeah, maybe. I get you've got a lot going on around you, honey. Maybe give us a little bit more detail into that, because I'm actually drawn more to the paranormal side of stuff with that comment. So you may be experiencing energy, things happening, presenting itself in a physical way is very much what I'm drawn to. But I also get a reference to look at the patterns that are going on at the moment. So to me, things are coming up for a reason. Okay. Like today, I had a conversation with a lovely gentleman, and twice with just listening to him and I and a conversation sort of thing, something came to mind twice. I actually said to my husband, it's interesting that I thought of this person through this conversation where he wasn't even mentioned, that it's come more to the forefront. So for me, I'm looking at what's coming up. Why is that presenting itself to me at the moment? What's about to come through? Whether it's preparation of some news coming. It's quite interesting the way things happen. So take note of what's happening and just let it ride out. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just scrolling in the background, so trying to find where was I up to.
Tara's.
So, like I said earlier, it's just going to be potluck. So
Yeah,
it'll be wherever it lands.
that's it. I was like that on Wednesday night. I was here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah. And this is the same from Tara, and I'm sort of thinking it's up there already somewhere before, and it is. And anyone who is noticing if there is any of those spammy type messages, ignore them. Do not respond, because I will go back and delete them if someone else hasn't already done that for us, because we do have angels in the background.
We do. Beautiful ones at that.
Yes. So don't respond to them. Because sometimes if you actually have a comment underneath them, you'll be blanked out too. Something accidentally way back.
Yeah.
Right. So, whoops, why is that doing that? Have you had BeLive being a bit weird on you?
I think it was. I did have some trouble with it starting the show on Wednesday night. Yeah.
Yeah, and just seeing Wendy's again, you're lucky you can do that. Well, with the lockdown, just a reminder, from September on till end of September. So Wendy,
I noticed that today on the news. They said until the end of September. That's huge.
Use of the time where you have that slowdown.
Even if it means nurturing ourselves, taking the time for us, go and have an afternoon nap if you need to. Mow the lawn or whatever is needed. I had that intentions of coming home and mowing the lawn, but my husband beat me to it, so I had a nap instead.
Well, I had the comment made, I was going to mow the lawns and doing it. I said, well, I was going to too, but it was too wet. This was back on the last weekend.
Yeah, well, it was pretty wet, wasn't it? The sun's coming out, thank God. Yeah. And see, that can be just the smallest things, like going and sitting in the sunshine. You know, if you are in lockdown, you can go and sit out in your backyard, enjoy the sun, soak it up, recharge your batteries.
Well, it was absolutely beautiful today at a certain time.
I reckon.
Had a couple of clients I was reading for middle of the day, and Tony had come back early. So I didn't notice until I didn't hear the car coming in, didn't hear him going in the back way, and it was only when Russell started barking, I thought, oh, he must be home. And when we'd finished, I sort of thought, well, looked out, and there he is, sitting on the chair in the sunshine, looking beautifully comfortable and warm and cozy. And I thought, gee, I wish we'd have done the readings outside. Would have been good.
Yeah. I wish I had a lovely outdoor table to go and sit out there and do it.
Something I might do. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you said, doing the little things, sometimes it does help to just focus on getting those one little thing done at a time.
Yeah.
Thing, and just enjoying the moments, whatever it is, whether it is mowing the lawn or whether it's just going out and reading a book in the sunshine and spending time nurturing self.
Yeah. This might sound a little bit harsh, but in times like this, I think this is the time where we need to help ourselves. We can't rely on others to do it for us. So be creative. Start, introducing healthy habits into our lives. Like for me, to get up and meditate, and I must admit I haven't done that for a while, but when I was in the habit of doing that and making that my first thing every morning, it's amazing the difference and how better you feel for it, sort of thing. Even if it's just stopping and focusing on your breath for a while, getting some sunshine. All those little things can make such a big difference.
It so can.
Yeah.
And what I just seeing part of what Wendy's comment was, and many have said as well, using the lockdown as the term. Well, we're not really. We have restrictions in how we can move around, but it doesn't stop us from doing everything.
Yeah. Well, for us in South Australia, we're a little bit luckier, but I know Sydney's pretty much in full lockdown.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's lockdown's just a term. It's just a word.
Yeah.
Be creative with changing.
It's physical. It's not emotional.
Yeah, changing to being something that is going to bring positive. Yeah.
That's it.
Because it does bug me that media beef things up so that they get twisted.
Sure does. I actually stopped watching the media quite a bit because there is such a negative, lower vibration to a lot of that stuff that comes through. That it does bring a mental health side of things down because it's just constant in that way. So I'm very picky now with what I will sit and watch on TV.
And that's why I like doing things like the daily, that's not why I have been, because like as far as the daily card readings, it's just something that I liked doing, that when there was a 30-day challenge that came up for video work, because I love doing the live stream. Let's marry the two together. And I started doing, thought, I'll see if I can get through 30 days of doing a daily live stream. And it's continued, and it's coming up, I don't know whether it's year 2 or year 3. Don't know. I can't remember, because I just enjoy that part of my day in doing a daily live stream. Sometimes I miss and sometimes I don't. But there's other tools and things that you can use to really help understand what is happening to a degree, as far as from that self-understanding, like using cards or using art therapy. Just doodling, drawing, colouring. I don't know how fashionable, how popular it is at the moment. The colouring in books, the adult colouring.
Yeah, but that's a way of being creative. It moves energy and it brings colour into your life.
Yeah.
And that makes, it does make us sort of sit in a higher vibration when we've got colour around us. I was actually having an in-depth conversation with somebody today about that.
Yeah, I mean, it does
Yeah.
take away. I mean, it's just an idea, a way of shifting that focus and the energy to something that, instead of all the worry and what is, what media
Yeah.
or what someone else might say, oh, you're nuts, it's the mental health thing. Well, mental health is just getting the balance again of what is good, constructive, healthy things to do. Uh,
Yeah.
Colouring in books, art by itself, painting,
Mm.
doing crafts,
Yeah.
playing with toys like the cards,
That's it.
just because I have fun with them, but they really do have a depth of meaning in them, obviously.
Yeah.
You do
That's it.
and
I'm
connect with the spirit and follow
Yeah.
what
I'm
you.
actually being told, Ros, if you don't mind, to share an experience that I had today. And I'm actually going to get this gentleman on. I'm going to do a live on Tuesday night with him as a special guest to talk about it, because I find it very interesting in what he does. So today I went and had a tattoo done, but part of that, and it wasn't just like a standard tattoo artist. This guy works with meridians and energy points and looks at what sort of tattoo you want, to where you want it, why you want it, the effects it's going to have on your body. And tattooing can be used to a level of healing as well. But he's got a machine, and this is where it brings the scientific side of it in, that you put your hand on this plate thing, and it does a reading of your body, and it measures your chakras and your energy points, your meridians, and all that sort of side of it. And to be just sitting there and mapping on this thing and having a conversation with him about stuff, watching the effects that it has on your body. Now, a lot of people probably wouldn't have given it much thought, but because we're sort of more in tune with our bodies and that, we notice the spikes and stuff. And just to see like how my crown chakra reacted with different conversations was quite interesting. My solar plexus and my sacral were sort of so much better afterwards when we went around and had a second round after the tattoo was done. But it's incredible just where our mindset goes, the conversations we have, the focus on the breath work as well, on how the record, like the recordings were mapping to what was actually going on in a conversation. Because I walked in there, like a lot of people know, I suffer with chronic pain. And I walked in this morning going, I'm having a flare up, I'm in agony type of thing. But the more we sat in that energy with a like minded person and had a conversation on the same sort of vibrational level, the less the pain was there, and the mapping was actually amazing with how much the spiritual side of the body reading took over compared to the energetic side of stuff took over in the readings that it was mapping compared to my physical body pain sort of thing. So I just love the fact that we got instruments out there, and I wish more people can see it. And that's why I want to have him on as a special guest next week to explain how this stuff happens, because I think if we can think about what we're doing and how we're doing it and where our thoughts are and where our vibrations are sitting, we can have an amazing effect on our body. Like I said to him, that I'm a big believer that when we hold on to stuff in our past and we don't process it and acknowledge it and let it go, it then turns into the physical health issues, because our body goes, I can't keep carrying this energy sort of thing. And he says, this is exactly what that sort of maps, because it shows us our aura field and stuff like that in different parts of it as well. So,
And as Dot is saying here, wow, that's very once interesting.
interesting. Yeah, that's it. And so the way we respond to different things, even pain and stuff, is incredible.
Yeah.
You
It
know?
does directly affect our energy fields. It is
Yeah.
our oh, where did that one come up? Oh, so interesting. I didn't click it, but it was next in line. So interesting. It is. And just to go back to one of the comments that I'd seen there, where is it? Natasha, as far as everyone's different, and isolation can massively impact during COVID. Yes, it can.
Yeah.
And you feel for people alone in lockdown.
Yeah, definitely.
And Natasha is blessed and positive, but not everyone can do that. No, not
That's
everyone
it.
can do it, but unless
Yeah.
you have an awareness too around the possibilities
Yeah.
of changing perspective as well, then you're not going to try. So I do think that there does still need to be a sharing of awareness that there are some possibilities of something that can be done. And then we've got some comments here.
Yeah. Just, Ros, can I quickly just say with that, something that we took advantage for when we went into shutdown like last year for 6 odd weeks or whatever we were here in South Australia. My parents are still both here. My husband's parents are here. With my husband's side of the family, we actually organised a Zoom night where we sent a message out to the family. Those that wanted to jump in, jumped on the link. We talked a lot of shit. There was all sorts that came up, but it was interaction for like the older generation that aren't quite as tech savvy, and they don't need to be with simple as send them a link and all they do is click on it, they look at the phone or the computer and they get to see us. So things like that isn't the same as giving somebody a hug or anything like that, but that interaction can make a big difference in that way. So there are ways that we can still do it, even if it means checking in a phone call with those people that are living on their own. And having a conversation. It's small things that all add up to making it a little bit easier.
I'm just going to take that scroller off. I just realised it's still on. That's where Wendy, I was just about to move into this comment that exactly that same thing. Plays cards online with friends 3 times a week and connects by video calls and using that avenue. Some of it can be a little techie for the oldies, but it's still possible to have if it's something that they're needing to learn, just to explain, most still know how to answer a phone, a mobile phone or a landline. Is their landline still working?
I think so. It goes through NBN, I think, a lot of the time.
Or voice over internet. But so they're still able to answer a phone call. If they don't have any of the technology, that's where it does make it very difficult.
To me, I look at it a great time to do study, online study, to better myself.
And this is one from, you've got a question there. Oh, here, Lena saying pain relief expert when it scrolls up.
Perfect.
Which I have seen Bonetta's shows, look really interesting on our My Time as well. But,
perfect. I'm actually hoping to get this guy onto My Time. I spoke to him today about becoming a presenter, so I'm going to take some time and show him how the system works.
And it's almost, she's hinting, what tattoo did you get? If you want to show it, dude, don't.
I didn't tell Mum. I think Mum knew I was going to get it, and Mum is here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it very well. Excuse my volume. I've got to get the direction right. So it's got glad wrap over it because it's about keeping the moisture in and it's weeping a little bit. But basically, it's that design.
I was about to hold that up next to your hand. But you beat me to it, so I won't now.
And I'm on solo, so they wouldn't have seen
well, we can do that again. I'll hold that up.
And I'll get my arm in the right direction to where the camera needs to be. I need to twist myself. It's a weird location. If I hold my arm straight, it should be straight. It is when I go that way. So I've done that to acknowledge being published, sort of thing. So that's my celebration of that milestone.
Tracy's saying too that they've done weekly trivia nights with friends on Zoom.
Perfect.
And the winner had to organise it. The next one, was it? So you go something. That's an interesting one because I love playing games. Shaz and I play. What's that one called? There is an online version of Cash Flow, so we play that. There are ways of doing it. You've got some nice little. Whoops, that's slipping.
Oh, thank you, honey.
Nice little comments coming in, and
I just seen my mother's comment. I can imagine what my father said.
You mean this comment?
Yep. Oh, it doesn't surprise me. Look, Dad, look at the lovely comments I'm getting.
There you go. See, fruit.
Exactly.
Well,
It's tasteful. It's got meaning to it. And it's actually interesting when you look into where I wanted it, that is actually a meridian point that is connected to your heart. And that has hearts in it.
yeah.
So, it's got a lot of in-depth meaning to it as well when you break it down.
And I think Diety's actually pointing out too, I think for me it's reminded me to get back to basics
Yeah.
with life.
Good.
In some sense, we have overcomplicated everything for ourselves,
Yeah.
and it really does give some space to really think what's important and what is the basics that we're really needing, and go back to that. Yeah,
That's
I like
it.
that. I'm not going to say what Dad said.
You'll get over it.
Yeah. I'm
And
just
it was a lot cheaper than a bottle of wine, Dad.
really?
Oh, maybe a couple of bottles of
Right.
wine. He said that the other day to me. He says, when I went to get my nails pre-filled, how much did that cost? Mum told him off. I went, well, it doesn't cost as much as your bottles of wine when you go out for tea. Not that my father's an alcoholic or anything.
No,
I thought it was a great comeback.
I get the Naked Wines boxes, surprise boxes every so often.
Yeah.
That's how I've been collecting a few. We don't drink much, and that's the reason why. I thought, well, at least it gives a variety. And I think
Yeah.
that too, when we think back to what is the basics and of what we want to be doing, it is what's the variety I actually want in my life. I don't need absolutely everything to be happy
Yeah.
in my life. So much of it's
That's it.
outright junky stuff that we
Yeah.
don't need. But there's nothing wrong with wanting some nice things, but it's just balancing it out really as to what is it that what is it that we want in our life, yeah.
Yeah.
Quality or things that are memories
That's it.
or things to keep that you can't take with you, that type of
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So I was just scrolling back to where if I found the first question or not or what. No, we'll go and get a card. We're just going to probably draw cards rather than going into in-depth readings, of course.
Yeah.
Because, we've only sort of really got a half an hour-ish left. I'm not
The time of the show gets away from you. I think I did 80 minutes or something on Wednesday night. And it was like, my God, where has the night gone?
and it does get to that. And I sort of think, well, the emphasis isn't on readings for this. It really is Friday's Intuitive Chat. I've still got it called that up the top, even though I know many call it Friday Follies because we make you laugh. I don't know why or how we do.
And that's just a proof of what you can do online and have a good laugh.
It is. Right, it is. We're pulling cards
Yeah.
and see if we get a snap. And I'll do the same thing with the snap. Instead of getting you to write Fritz, I'll just do the thing. If there's a snap that comes up, I'll do a free reading for you. Okay.
Oh, there you go. It sounds good.
So
So, honey, I've pulled the dagger card for you. So it's about courage, protection, and surrounding yourself with the positive sort of thing, letting go of the negative cycles, release the unwanted attachments. So let go of what no longer serves you.
and with fire, that also means for me when you're actually putting ceramics or that type of pottery and things in the fire, it actually burns it into being its perfect form because it's actually hardened and solidified and got that pressure of the fire, really creating the perfection in that clay pot, so to speak. And when we do that, we are actually taking control of what the result's going to be. So find that fire that's deep within your soul so that you are and know for sure you are in control and you can have that direction being under your control. Okay?
Perfect.
So that's what I'm sensing with that.
Yeah, love it.
And there's the next one. Oh, we did crystals as far as finding a house to rent. So Stacey, you look like you might be the next one there. Just a general reading.
Okay. So the card I have pulled for you, Hope. Have faith, honey. The things that you're trying to work on will happen, and it's perfect with the weak card.
And it is time to plant the seeds for your growth. Sow the seeds you wish to reap and you'll gain from the harvest. So there has been that bit of prep. You've got it ready now for sowing the seeds and expect good harvest. And part of that is tending what you're needing to do, doing the work to actually have that grow in its perfection as well. Oh, we've got Lena next. And here's yours. No snap yet.
No, that's it. So I've pulled the Lion card, and it's very much about going into that inner power, that strength. The card is reminding you that you do have that strength and within you, so it will help you overcome what is to come, the hurdles in life.
Yeah. And there are new goals ahead, because that's what Dreamcatcher is. It's planning those new goals and making the time to follow your dreams. Allow the time to create the dreams too. You need to put that time into inner mode, sleep mode, whatever it is you're needing to do to create the dreams. Okay. And Cindy, that's one about the virus. I don't think we've discussed that already enough, really. Am I making faces? I feel like I am, aren't I?
You're deep in thought.
And
I'm looking at it, I'm going, which one's she going to pull up?
If
I
you've
pulled the
got
card.
led to.
Um,
question that Corinda's got, Leanne, have you used the HATS TV? You might not. I know you've heard of it. I have.
I know we've spoken about it, but I don't think I've actually used it. I think Roz's probably could tell you more about that.
I do use HATS every so often. I haven't as regularly because.
Is that the one you helped me set up, but I haven't gone back to use? I think we tested it together for a little bit.
Yeah, it is a good, easy mobile one. I just haven't. I don't know why I haven't had the time. I just didn't. I've set up 2 now. So
yeah.
Oh, that one's.
Can I just Sue's just made a comment, and that's caught my eye, and thank you so much for the lovely comment, Sue, before about the cards that you're loving them, using them. She's just saying, would love a card, please, as being a struggle this week. Now, that caught my attention, honey, because I know myself the energy this last week and a bit has been very heavy, okay? I'm actually, and I don't normally wish months away, I am actually looking forward to August energy coming to an end, okay? August has been a very, very heavy month energy-wise. I get the feeling September's going to be magical, all right, compared to August in that sense. So take a deep breath, breathe through this energy, and don't hold on to it. Don't fight it. Just let it flow. And when you do that, you're going to find that energy is going to flow a lot easier. You're not going to be so tired and exhausted, okay? And like even with Pablo today talking about this scientific stuff, I said to him, you've got to take the universal energy into play and all that as well, and the effect it has on those that are quite in tuned in that way. So, honey, I feel you're very in tune, and a lot of it is universal energy. This stuff is testing us for a reason, and I see it as a positive thing. Okay.
Well, we're going to do a card for her?
Yes, we can if you like. Breathe.
I thought you were going to finish on that, not do a card.
And it's funny because I pulled the card waiting, thinking, who's she going to pull up? Take a breath, honey. Release what no longer serves you. Find your inner energy and that balance. So try to sit in your spiritual alignment, and that will be so much easier.
And put on your crown, draw on your inner power. A change of, hang on, it went out of focus. A change of luck comes your way. So reap the reward.
There you go. Yeah.
That's a good positive card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Know what it is you want and go after it, hun. Kick ass is the reference I get.
I have no idea where I was.
Sorry.
They were saying yes. Darwin is amazing. Cards were spot on this morning with the clover. We found out we didn't need to isolate when we get home. Yeah.
Yay.
That's good, because I know that was here for you.
Yeah, because they only went into 3 days, didn't they?
Yeah, it was very short. Shaz was able to get back safely as well.
Oh, good.
So I think that was their plane. They were boarding as the news was coming out on the news. So they sort of knew, but it wasn't mid-flight. They knew that they'd already organised that flight. It was on its way. Pretty much mid-flight when they
timing.
Yeah, what I've got there, hello ladies, hey Paul as well. Someone trying to get a message to me. There was something else I saw previously. Do we want to draw a card for this?
We can, but Caitlin, trust. I always say trust what you feel. So where does your first thought go, honey? Who is it you're thinking of? What are they, what is it that's popping up that's giving you the idea that somebody's trying to get a message to you? Trust that information, okay? The card I have pulled is the fire. Time to take control. Find that that fire deep within.
Yeah. And I think it's also trusting what your dreams are, follow them. It's that message as well from what they're doing. This is the one I remember seeing. So, and for some reason, there's a lot more of these types of text messages that are coming up from unknown numbers and the rest. Just realise that there's just as much of the weird stuff from people just wanting to do stuff in their boredom.
Yeah, that's it. There's more scammers and stuff out there
around it, and some of it they've just done a little program that they're sending out to wherever.
Computerized, yeah. And the latest one I keep getting, Ros, I don't know if you get it, and I think I might have spoken about this in Whyalla, how I'd started getting messages, text messages saying you've got a missed voice message, click on this link. I knew straight away it was a scam because that's not how my voice messages work. Block and delete. Okay. The moment I block and delete, I seem to get another one. Sort of thing. I'm getting on my work phone too these days.
So many people now. You just got to block them. And the fact that no, you're not actually receiving a call, it's just a text message.
Yeah.
So
if they're stupid enough to waste money on sending the messages, that's their problem. That's the way I look at it.
Is it getting money from it, I suppose? I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows?
So anyway. Now we've got Narissa who's on YouTube. That's why there is no photo as well, I would think. So will everything work out with is on my college, fixing my funding to take courses there?
Okay, yes.
Yes. But I've got a sing
Perfect. So the spiritual awakening card has come up for you, honey. Look at the higher vibrations from within. So your spiritual realm is there. It's calling. It's aware. So just take note of the signs that are being put in front of you.
And with the Scorpion, I think as far as how, choose your words carefully in how you're actually getting things worked out as far as your funding and that goes, and what follows on from that as well.
And with that card, I like to look at that also, not always what you put out. Sometimes it can be within as well.
Now, did we get one for Wendy tonight?
I don't think we have. Hey, Wendy.
All
right, that card wanted to jump out at you. Ah, snap!
Hang on, I just got to write her name down. So
Wendy, you're a lucky winner. It had to happen eventually.
Yep.
So, and I love this card because, and the fact that you've pulled it twice sort of thing with us. So the path is not always energy. It's not always easy. Believe in your journey. So this is a really good card to remind you you're right where you need to be. Believe in that journey that you are on. Okay.
And the fact it's doubled up gives it more strength.
Extra power.
Definitely follow your path with trust. Trust it. Yep. Oh, cool. Good. What was that one? Oh, Cindy, you're just saying thank you, ladies, for easing your mind as you've got a head cold and was concerned you may have.
Yeah. I'm not getting warning bells about it, honey. It's just that time of year feeling run down.
And there is certainly other things that are happening other than that C19. It really is just, taking care of yourself. I think too that we have lost a bit of ability in how we can understand our own bodies because we do rely so much on what medical systems are telling us. Being in touch with our own bodies is the first step, and knowing how our bodies do work, our own bodies. Not having to go for an anatom phys class to understand it, but just knowing and feeling in touch with what you understand your body does in certain situations. So where are we going now?
I do see a comment there from Michelle, just wondering if we've missed their comment. We kind of get drawn to, we don't always go in order, hun. So I'm sure we'll be to you shortly.
Interesting comment there.
Yeah. Can
Um,
I say it? Because I had one on Wednesday night that I was talking to somebody going through something very heavy, and I had a person that was watching that was not impressed they weren't getting my attention. I like to say, if you don't like it, bugger off. And I said it quite politely.
Yeah, look, it is. I'm looking at that and I'm sort of thinking, I can see where Michelle's comment is. Like, so why are people after my comments getting read? I'm not doing them in order tonight because I've lost my place. And with anything that you're receiving on anybody's live stream in readings, they're all done differently anyway.
Yeah.
So it really is that your presence in any space is a gift that people are giving to those who are present there. So it is a
Michelle,
as a gift and
yeah.
as well.
Sorry, Michelle, I wasn't actually talking about you buggering off. There's somebody else from YouTube that has put a comment there that doesn't like what we're doing.
And I'm actually
So that wasn't meant to you, honey, but yeah, we don't always go in order.
Bring that up, but I wanted to introduce it because everybody does things differently, and the energies around the people we're attracted to is who we'll return to. And there's nothing wrong with having a taste of each person's style, but understanding that most are giving freely of what their skills are when they're doing something like this, which is what Leanne and I are doing. And it's something here that I don't know what the prior comments are. We're doing cards, and we have a comment here from Suzette.
This is the one I was talking about.
Necromancy to do something that's less soul shredding. Now, that opinion is only that. It's an opinion that she is commenting, obviously, from her own experience of not liking using cards. And that's fine.
Yeah.
If there's that opinion, that's all it is. It doesn't bother me. We're doing what we like to do. I love using the cards and different tools.
That's it.
And I'm not going to change my way because somebody else has their own opinion.
That's it. And that's the thing. We all get drawn to different things. And I guess I get fed up because the amount of comments that we do get, and it goes through cycles where we are attacked. We're here doing this for free and we choose to do that. You know, we could say book in and have a reading, but if I don't like something, I will just keep scrolling past. I don't actually stop and put my opinion on it. So when, fair enough, Suzette's entitled to her opinion, but I honestly don't know why people, because it can become very attacking energy at times. If you don't like it, scroll past. Don't worry about it. And that's where I've got to the point, and I didn't mean for Michelle to bugger off. It was comments like Suzette's, and I had one on Wednesday night that really got my back up because the person that I was talking to and helping was going through something major. And I set my intentions that Spirit will draw us to who, when I read, to who needs it the most. And quite often when we're doing this, sometimes we have an order we go through, other times we're just drawn to certain things. So there's no, like Ros says, there's no pattern to it. Everybody has their own way of doing it.
Style. That's exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, I am going to go back and continue what is request for the cards, because it's what I. That's it. We're just going to pull cards.
Yeah. And I occasionally throw a thing in the woodwork that throws Ros off when something catches my attention. Oh wow! Is it the day for this card or what?
This one is for both of you, Sarah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. So Sarah's husband. Look at your own intuition, trusting in that information that comes through. Okay, so sit in that spiritual path. I get the feeling your wife is rubbing off on you a little.
And be quite willing to open that door and be open for the surprise it might bring too. So there is an unknown and unexpected, but surrender to it. And really trust that opening that door is going to bring bonuses and benefits you can only imagine.
Yeah.
Just
I can see the smile on his face right now.
Yeah. Oh, this isn't asking for a card, but what can I do to regain my artistic flair back? Yep. Here's a card for you.
Hope. So it's very much about have faith, honey. It will happen. Sometimes it's just about stepping out of the everyday energy. There's so much going on in our minds, in our world these days, that it does take over. And sometimes it's just about going back within, giving ourselves permission to have that time and do what it is that we need to do.
Yeah.
Let the energy flow.
And it is. You're on the right path. You just allow it to flow. It is, let the energy flow. Believe in yourself. Destiny does await you. Your artistic flair will return.
Yeah. I like Sarah's comment on the bottom. You might want to read it, but not put it up. I love it. That's cool, yep. Sarah.
Yep, that's good. Now, where was I up to? Here we've got deep diving. Did we do one for
Diddy? Yes, we've done Diddy.
I've probably too. Oh, Kellyanne, so sorry. Yeah, beautiful as you lost your pop this week.
Oh, honey, my heart goes out to you. I get the reference to straight away from him. He is very much at peace, and that is what he needs his family to know the most. Okay, the card I have pulled is the Crown. Draw on that inner power. A change of luck is coming your way. So it's time to reap the rewards. So from this experience you're going through, I want to say look at the things that will fall into place very shortly. I do feel it's got a very positive feel to it. But I just feel he was tired. He was ready to go.
I think, too, that he may have been one of your guiding lights and he's still surrounding you, watching over you, protecting you.
Yeah, definitely. And that job will continue on from the other side.
And
we didn't do a card for Diddy. We must have just had a conversation. Should we do Michelle first? Because I know she's been waiting. Okay. We're going with Diddy. The palette has come out. Be creative. Express yourself. Learn something new, honey. So sit in that energy that is flowing at the moment.
And there you go. Shed the skin so that it brings through that is new. And it's healing and transforming, so you are always evolving.
Yeah.
And allow that to happen in its natural form, like Snake does.
Yeah. So that's for Diddy. And then we've got Michelle.
Michelle message. This was the one I was seeing.
Yeah. So, honey, I've pulled the butterfly. Look for the signs and the confirmation from above. Your loved ones are with you. So, to me, look at what repeats itself to you. Look at what gets your attention. That is spirit. And
rise with the spirit too. As you said, spirit, yes, rise. Get in touch with your true self, enjoying your moments that you with self too. Now, Sue, did we do one for Sue already?
No, but I spoke about the struggling energy at the moment, but I don't. Yes, we did pull a card.
Yeah.
We finished that off with a card.
It was further down, so I know there's some repeats here somewhere.
That was the thing in the I threw you out with.
It happens. Ollie's asking for a card.
Hey, Ollie. Okay, so you've got the cross, so you are on the right path. Believe in yourself. The destiny awaits. So you may be questioning the direction that you have been heading. You're right where you need to be.
And your spiritual path is calling you. So move with those higher vibrations that you know are there. You just sometimes you don't listen. So and all other senses as well. Yep. Did we do Michelle's?
Yeah, we just did Michelle's a couple of cards ago.
Oh, because there's lots of little messages.
That's it.
Oh, that's right, because, misunderstandings.
Yeah.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant.
So hopefully Michelle was still there to see her reading.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. We did. Yeah, see, I was doing the further up. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, hang on. Where was that last one that you just brought up, hon?
I'm checking some of these.
Was that Michelle?
Which one? Can I have the card, please? That one?
Yeah, that's a different Michelle again.
Oh, Michelle Bell.
Yeah. So we haven't done Michelle Bell, but there was the other Michelle.
Okay.
Okay, so Michelle, how are you, honey? A long time no see. You've got the rings. This is a time to come together. So the promises and protection is very much there.
And that's wonderful in the fact that there is the need to allow your skin, shed like the snake so that you are experiencing that fuller transformation. So allowing that to happen, giving it some wiggle room to actually have that skin shed well. If you've ever watched a snake shed a skin, you'll understand that. So evolve with that process, okay? And we've got Sharina saying, "Hey, lovely ladies, love listening into what we talk about." So loving.
Oh, thank you, honey.
Thank you, Sharina. It's nice.
I pulled a card for Sharina, if that's all right. So the bow and the arrow, you are right where you need to be, honey.
Yes.
Okay, so you're heading in the right direction. Yes. You're on target.
And I do like this. I would say that's in response to what we had from the YouTube. Great cards are great, and so many people like them. If people have nothing nice to say, don't say it. But it really is just allowing that we all have different opinions and different ways of understanding. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just reflecting where each and every one of us is in that present moment, in where our life is, what we've got around us happening, our upbringings, and what we, all of that makes that part of it, of who we are. So just understanding that times. Now,
and I've just seen Kathy Schultz's comment. She says, "Hi, Ros and Leanne. I'm wondering if you can help me with knowing why I'm feeling so miserable tonight." Honey, I think, and you might have missed earlier on when we were talking about the universal energy and what is going on at the moment. It is a very heavy month being August, and we are being tested. And I know physically and energetically that I am feeling this energy as well. So just try to nurture yourself through this time. Focus on your breath work, ground yourself. And my feeling is it will move quite quickly. Bring on the end of August.
And a really nice comment I've seen from Sarah as far as shift energy as well. Yes, Sarah's rubbing off. They have chimes, a hummingbird, and crystals in the camper.
I love it. I love it.
But it actually does remind me of it is ways to use to actually shift the energy. One of the other ways is just humming. Seeing hummingbird, you've got all the tools within. You don't need any of the extra stuff. Just use the vibration of sound within you to shift the energy. Actually hum and try and direct it as low as you can. Right down, and you're pushing that energy down and you're bringing it up as high as you can, and shift the energy. Go all over the place with the humming, using the different tones in it. If you practice that, play around with that, and you'll actually feel the shift. That's what my experience is. You feel how the body reacts to it. You feel the lightening of what your energy is doing in using that as a way to shift energy. It's wonderful. Just my own experience. Where did we get up with the cards?
Sorry, I did it again.
Hey, I don't mind.
Card, please. I'm playing with crystals.
Longer.
Okay, so Sarah. Oh, all of a sudden I've got an itch.
Well, I've got judgment for you, Sarah. So I'll start with this one. You don't know the paths of others and what others have walked. So watch your motives. Don't put judgment into how you're seeing others, which is actually a bit of an extension of what I was mentioning before. We all walk in our own path, and how we actually know ourselves, we don't know how others are. So, it's discernment is more the thing I'm trying to feel into with this one as it's moving to the dolphin energy.
Yeah, and the dolphin is very much about have fun, let that inner child come out and play. And when you do that, it's amazing the energy that can shift. And Michelle Bell has just put there, a dance to shift energy is another great way also for those that are feeling a bit stuck at the moment.
Yeah.
Turn the music up, let it feel it through your body. Move.
I'm not much of a mover, but
Either am I. I'll do it when nobody's looking.
I'm not even when anybody's looking. But that's where I'll use the sound. I do like singing and humming and doing that type of thing. So that's what I do. Now I'm going to move to Eloise. Have we done Eloise's?
No, we haven't. Hey, honey. We did say hello to her before.
Yeah, we said hello.
So the path card, honey, the path isn't always easy, but you are right where you need to be. All right, you're on that journey, so just believe in it.
And I think we are actually ending pretty much on the spiritual awakening. Your higher vibrations from within. Take notice of the spiritual path that is calling to you. Tune in, and I think that's probably where we might finish because I can't remember where we were.
Okay. Vicky just put a comment there just wanting to know how she can book with me in Renmark. Honey, have you inboxed me on Facebook? I know I haven't been on there today to have a look, but as soon as we jump off, I will contact you straight away. And that's a good leadway into if anybody is in the Renmark area. Ros and I are there, not this weekend, the following weekend, 27th to 29th.
Not tomorrow, it's the next one.
Yeah.
It's the next one. It's only the weekend.
Yeah. So,
my link
so next Friday we'll be in Renmark. We'll be live from Renmark.
Yeah, so next Friday we'll be doing this from Renmark on mobile. So
yeah, beautiful. And Ros has just put her link there as well, if anybody wants to make a booking.
Ritual Sparks, isn't it? Oh,
yeah.
Done that
I think I've only got about 4 appointments left.
Yeah, I've got plenty. I have got a few spaces. Just have a look on the calendar and you'll know where to book in with times. I think, just a slight starter. That's all right.
Yeah. That's what counts at the end.
It is. And we've got Wendy saying, thank you for our Friday night. Look, on
You're welcome, honey.
That last card that we had as far as our spiritual awakening and moving into our own pathways and things like that, I think really we do need to be aware and have that. We call it an awakening. We are already awake. It's the one way that I feel, sometimes the way we use our language and the words, we forget that we already have all that we need within us. We have that knowledge. It's just being in tune with what we need at the correct time, at the perfect time that we're moving through our pathway, our stuff, our journey, whatever you want to call it. We are going to have the right tools at the right time for what we're moving into. We just need to tune into and be more consciously aware of the possibilities and what we need to be using at the time. We've got it there. It's within. Tune to it. Really connect with your spirituality in whatever way you know you need to.
You'll know. That's it. And that's the thing. We do have the tools and we just need to use them. Or reach out to somebody that can help you to gain those tools.
Yep. Spend the time to listen as well. It is getting that direction and listening where you're being guided toward. And there's so many people, skill levels, and whatever is needed, you'll be directed. Just listen to that guidance that's within.
Yeah. And it's funny because I had somebody reach out to me the other day concerned the way the world is going that's actually causing anxiety in her. And I just said to her, honey, it's all going to be okay. What counts is the way that we move forward. What are we doing? If we are doing the right things, we are going to get through this. And it is really taking away a lot of stuff and bringing us back to the basics to focus on us as an individual, most and fully sort of thing. So
that is the next.
Yeah. We've got to look after us to help others.
Self, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
So thank you from Sue, and there's
You're welcome, honey.
Thank you from Sarah.
Thank you. Have safe travels, honey.
Yes.
And enjoy. I'm jealous.
So thank you, everyone. Yeah, look, we don't get to cover everybody's questions and requests and the rest. It's not possible in the timeline that we've got available, really.
Yeah.
And Latika, lovely to see you here.
Yeah. Can we just do a general reading for those that we haven't got to? Is that okay?
Can certainly do that. I'm just whipping through to see if there's any major ones that are giving me that I'd
Popping out.
feel it. I think I've covered most that I reckon are what's needing it. There we go.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. So the breathe card is what I've pulled. Just release what no longer serves you. Take that deep breath. When you're doing that, you're grounding yourself and you're bringing in that balance.
And part of that, as a follow-on, what we need with our breath is also to plant the seeds. We are here to experience a lifetime that is going to bring us growth. Part of growth is preparing the soil, putting the seed in, tending, nurturing, making sure it's got all it needs to have so that at the time we reap our harvest, we get a good harvest. And that is our responsibility. There is living with responsibility as well. Yeah.
That's it.
So that's what that says for us as a general reading. Thanks so much, Leanne.
That's okay. I figured that way we cover everybody.
Hopefully next week it will be a successful mobile lifestyle. Each place that we go to is going to be a bit different because of locality. So we'll find out next Friday night.
I'm excited to be on the river.
Do it outside, who knows?
Yeah, that's it.
Lightings is and stuff like that. So we'll see. We'll see for next week. Thank you for those that are going to be joining us there. Thank you for joining us here tonight too. Certainly others know that we are on Friday nights. If you want to have some insight, listen to our, I wouldn't say rant and raves. We don't do that. We just
we giggle.
We do sometimes in-depth things. Sometimes it's just lovely getting together. So so I'll leave it at that. Keep being the best you can be, because it's
definitely.
Don't compare yourself to others. Just be you.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so I'll leave it at that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.